What's happening, good people? Welcome to Wes's Watch Room. So, as you've seen by the title, I'm going to be talking about the watch I regret buying the most, and it's in here. Now, this is something I picked up in the sales. I'm going to tell you why. So, back when I was getting into watches, I had a Anadigi, and it broke. And because the Anadigi was, discontinued, there was no parts for it. I couldn't find a replacement movement or anything. The battery didn't go. I changed them and it still was broke. So I did end up getting, looking for a new movement. Couldn't find one. Looked for another one of those to take the movement out. But no, it wasn't meant to be. So anyway, I ended up having to get rid of it. So I was looking for another one and I decided, well, why not get one? So I did, but I kind of wish I hadn't now. I think, when you look back on things, rose tinted spectacles, it's, you remember it better than it was. Yeah, well, that's the story here. So I saw this. So this was in the sales. And it was very, very reduced, and I can kind of see why. So I bought this. So this is an Accurist Anadigi, and at first glance it looks kind of cool, right? I mean, just let me take it off the pillow. It looks pretty cool. It's got a little bit of a Omega X33 vibe, but obviously it's not a homage or nowhere near the quality of the Omega. But yeah, it looks pretty cool, but it's got issues. And I mean, first one you can probably just see is the hands. I mean, they're so small. I mean, this dial is huge and the hands are tiny. Especially the second hand, it reaches like nowhere near the minute track where it's supposed to. So that was like one first big complaint. It's also got lume, terrible. It's kind of pointless. I wish they'd have just left everything thingy. It works, I suppose, but yeah, and the white does help it be a little bit more legible. But yeah, it's the lume's terrible. So that's like another thing that goes against it. You also can see the digital display is very dull. It's not bright at all, and it's really difficult to read. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's so hard to see what time it is. If you get it into some light, again, it just sort of blurs it out, and you can't really read it either. So the digital part is, look at that. It's just disappeared. So it's basically like it's not even there. I mean, it's sort of visible there, but then you turn it again and boom, it's gone. So yeah, legibility for the digital side of things is terrible. It's got a light as well, which is also pretty terrible and doesn't really do a deal. But yeah, it's got some, features. But, we've got a dual time, a couple of alarms, stopwatch, timer, and back to time. So it's got some decent features, but yeah, it's just not the easiest to see them with the display. I mean, you do get that little audible, but again, look, you can't see what mode it's in, so you have to sort of read it at a certain angle. And oh god, so let's just do the stopwatch or something, the timer. So you start that, you can see it's got a 24-hour, but then again, if I just turn it a little bit, it's gone. You can't see it. So you just have to get it in the right lighting all the time, and it's a nightmare. So that's that anyway. So we'll stop that and reset because we don't need that. Another problem with this one is the sheer size of it. I don't know what I was thinking. It's massive. I'll put the sizes on screen now so you can actually see it, but it's huge. It is a massive watch. I'll show you it on wrist as well in a minute. But yeah, it's big. It's very, very big. Far too big for my slim wrists. It's also ridiculously thick too. I mean, look at that. It's a behemoth. It's so thick. Now my other Anna DJ was a little bit smaller than this one and a bit slimmer. But this one is, yeah, it's huge. So it just goes to show you that nostalgia isn't really a good thing all the time. So anyway, I'll pop it on wrist now and just show you how big it is. I've not got it sized up because I am not bothering. But I mean, just look at the size of that. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I got into the shop and I looked at it and sort of, like I said, the nostalgia hit. And I'm like, oh God, I want another one. It's so cool. And I didn't really think. I just sort of bought it and yeah, got it home, instantly regretted it. What makes it even worse is it sort of died as well, which is great. So yeah, literally a week after I bought it, it died. Luckily it was just the batteries and they fixed it me without charging it, but it cost me, you know, how much did it cost me? Like 11, 12 quid. In bus fares to get to Down and back, just to get the battery swapped on a brand new watch. So I'm thinking this one has been sat for a long time and I can kind of see why now. Now it's not all doom and gloom. We do have, you know, nice finishing on it. So we've got brushing, a little chamfer there. Bracelet, you know, it's brushed pretty nice. Sign crown. So yeah, it's not all bad. You know, we've got a sort of frosted style case back. The clasp is terrible. It's pressed and it has no micro adjust. So I don't even think this one's going to fit anyway on, you know, on my wrist properly. So I'm not even wasting my time sizing it up. So yeah, guys, a little bit, yeah, I regret it. I'm just going to say it, I regret buying it. I really should have bought something else. You know, there was a Citizen that I really liked, an Eco Drive. I thought, oh, I've already got an Eco Drive, which is like sat looking at me right now. But yeah, I thought, I don't really need another one. But I don't have an Anna DJ, and I want an Anna DJ. But now I realise why I didn't wear my other one that much, because it was too big. So yeah, the idiot here bought another one. But yeah. Yeah guys, so this is literally the only watch I regret buying. Now I have bought other watches, you know, in the past that I've been like a little bit let down by, but I've ended up wearing them anyway and ended up sort of liking them. But this one, this is like, what was I thinking? Why did I let myself buy it? I mean, it's not a bad looking watch. I just think it's far too thick and too big. And yeah, the hands are just really annoying because they're stupidly small. And it's just bugging me looking at it. So I can't keep it. As cool as it is, and you know, it is a cool watch. You know, the legibility, the hand, just everything about it is just no. Just no. So yeah, this one is going to be an instant flip. Well, live and learn, as they say. But yeah, guys, that is it. Hope you've enjoyed this little sort of, not a rant as such, but yeah, the worst. Well, it's not even the worst watch I've ever bought. I've bought worse. It's just the watch I regret buying the most is what we're going to go with. So I want to know, guys, have you had any watches that you regret buying? Drop me a comment. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. If you want to see more content on the channel, click the links you can see right now. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Hit that bell so you don't miss any future content. And of course, feel free to subscribe if you want to stay in touch with the channel. Thanks very much. Have a good one.